I'm here with Melissa, one of our clients who we've been very fortunate to partner with over the last 2 months. Just for context about us, our name's Acquired, and obviously we're a B2B lead gen agency that focus specifically in the recruitment market. Typically, we hear a lot of recruiters, struggle to do the business development process automated because you've got job boards you've got to scrape, you've got to find the very specific hiring managers for different positions. There's a lot of things going all on at once. So what we try to do is accumulate that into one process, one place, and make it easier for our clients whilst managing their campaigns. So Melissa, it's great to have you on. Are you happy to give a quick sort of 30-second introduction and context about your business?
Of course. Thanks so much, Harry. So, I own and run a recruitment agency here on the Gold Coast in Australia. And predominantly, I recruit a number of finance roles between the Gold Coast and Brisbane. But I do also service clients around Australia as well. And we also do have a bit of a healthcare side of the business too. But I'd say majority of what we recruit is finance. And I've been in the business running it for about 3 years now. So, definitely time goes quite quick.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely, it does, doesn't it? It's crazy. We've already been working together 2 months. It feels like we just started yesterday. So,
I know, it goes very
um,
quick.
goes way too quick. So, the first question I've got is, I suppose, what was the main challenge that you had in the business before working with us? What was the main challenge you were trying to solve?
I think as well, especially in recruitment, technology is changing so quickly at the moment. So that's a key thing for me is staying ahead of technology. Not only that, especially when it comes to the business development side of it and the business development aspect, it's those new ways of more so reaching clients, speaking to them, getting ahead of the curve as well. So as you would know, everyone does kind of do a lot of business development outreach. So that was a key thing for me and what I really wanted to focus on this year in the business.
Absolutely. And then in terms of that, in terms of obviously technology, automations, business development, was there anything you had tried before out of interest before working with us?
Yeah, I've definitely tried a few other avenues as well. I do use quite a good CRM system at the moment, and I am using a few other different bits and pieces. But in recruitment as well, we've only really got a certain amount of hours in a day. So you've got to prioritize that, make sure I'm utilizing the best I can with my time. But I think as well, it's more so in regards to finding the right pockets, the right clients for what I'm looking for, and really that reverse marketing piece as well.
Yeah, all about we're big on the NPCs, the specking out the candidates. It's always been a campaign that's always worked for us in pretty much every market with every client. So something we definitely lean on. So it's great to hear. See, we saw some success from that. So in terms of, I suppose, actually working with Acquired before we started working together, were you hesitant about anything at all? Because I'm sure if you're like anyone that I speak to, you get hit up probably 5 to 10 times a day by people saying the same things as us. So yeah, was there any sort of hesitancy in the back of your mind, anything you were worried about?
Yeah, definitely. And you hit the nail on the head. I do get reached out a lot by a lot of different people. It's hard to know, I guess, who's good, who's not, and vice versa. But after I had a bit of a conversation with you, I was pretty happy to give it a go and give it a try, which is really good. And
Yeah.
as you know as well, been quite successful with what you've sent out. My response rate and everything else has been really good. And I think the key thing that's been really great for me is just the consistency. So, working with you guys, I get a consistent pipeline as well. So, there's a lot of replies, a lot of people reaching back out, and a lot of clients happy to book in a meeting, have a conversation, and really kind of warms up that database. So, I am still obviously doing some business development alongside what you guys are doing. But the minute that lead comes in, I'm quite quick to action it. And then as a result, I get a number of jobs on through that as well, which has been really beneficial on my side.
Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to express some gratitude with you for as well, because I remember we had a response that came in. It was probably a few weeks ago now. I think within literally like an hour, you had called them, and I think you had won the job as well from an email that so it shows obviously the systems we run can be great. They can be great at getting responses, but also you being able to jump on it with that sort of intensity, speed, and everything like that makes a world of a difference. So we appreciate you for being a great partner there and jumping on it and obviously allowing yourself to bring on more jobs there. So it just makes everything work so much better. So in terms of, I suppose, the specific sort of results, is there anything that stood out to you in terms of results that you've seen working with us in terms of maybe pipeline, replies, meetings, anything like that?
I think it's more so, well, I'm not gonna lie, when I first signed up, I was really unsure. I was like, I'm gonna give it a whirl, see what I get back and see if it
Yeah,
works. And I was really surprised. So, especially with the amount of clients I've had coming back, and not only that, the amount of jobs that I've got on, like specifically one client, I've got 5 jobs on just with the one. And not only that, we've had multiples. You would know weekly, I get multiple replies, multiple jobs on, multiple meetings. So it's not just kind of a one-hit wonder where some companies can be. It's the
yeah.
more so the consistency. And in recruitment, the consistency of a pipeline is so important. So being able to have that and that outreach funnel's really great from my side of things.
Perfect. That's amazing. Yeah, no, we're really, really pleased to hear that. And I just think it's been a great partnership with, we've been amazed to see, yeah, like the way you've been handling the responses as well has been fantastic in terms of actually leading it to meetings and then bringing their jobs on. So it's worked really, really well for both of us. So I think the last thing, I suppose, is what would you say to someone that might be sitting on the fence now in a similar position to what you were in, where they're weighing, I'm not sure whether to try it out with these guys, not sure whether to work with them or not. What would be your honest, I suppose, advice to them being in this position now?
Yeah, well, that's exactly where I was sitting a few months ago, obviously, before I jumped on with you guys. And it's been on a really good. And you would know too, I've literally already referred you a few other
Yeah,
people as well. And that's purely because I'm sitting there, obviously getting the benefit, the gain out of it. So, you've got nothing to lose, especially as well in today's day and age with so much tech coming through. If you're just calling clients or you're just doing 1 or 2 funnels, it's not going to be enough. But having that consistency, the outreach, and technically that pool of clients that you can get in touch with. I know both of us, we've been doing a lot of reverse marketing, which is working awesome for me because I've got a batch of candidates, especially sitting in that payroll sector, a lot of really good jobs to reach out to, but there's one me and 300 jobs they can go to. So that's where you've come in really handy.
absolutely. No, I really, really appreciate it. So I think that's everything that we wanted to go over. That's all the questions I sort of had. But yeah, once again, it's been a pleasure to work with you in this process. So I really appreciate you being a great partner for us.
Likewise, thanks so much for everything, Harry. I really appreciate it.